I had big ambitious plans for today's video, how to be organized, but today of all days, this does not feel like a topic that anyone should be taking advice from me on. Hey team, happy Monday. As of filming this, I am 9 days till moving and about 9 minutes till my sister's baby shower starts. So I'm trying to get this filmed because it's just one more thing I have to get checked off my list so that I can put all my things in boxes and go from there. So because I'm not prepared to talk about organization at all today, I wanted to combine some recent topics and talk about learning and something I've been loving recently, which is my all access pass to masterclass.com, which has been a lot of fun. I've learned so much, but I can definitely admit that it is not for everybody. Sometime around January 1st, as a Christmas present, I got an account to masterclass.com. It is an all-access pass that will last me all of 2018, so that I can do any classes I want throughout the entire year, going back to them if I want to, kind of starting and stopping, rather than paying the one big fee in order to do a single class, because that has been super daunting. But I jumped into this wholeheartedly. I was super pumped, and I have no regrets. You'll have to forgive me that I can't seem to find the US prices on this, as the website just super wants to give me everything in Canadian, but the all access pass was $240 for the entire year, whereas one individual class is usually $120. So for the price of two, you get all of them, which is an incredible deal, because one of the big things I found so far in doing these classes is that I don't think they're quite worth the $120 price tag. That is a lot of money for what you're getting, as there's not a lot of practical, super usable information, although it is really, really inspiring. All of the ones I've done so far have been so well done. I have learned a lot, but it's not really practical knowledge, and you can learn more for a lot less on a lot of different websites. That being said, my entire all access pass, where I get all of these classes for the year, has entirely been worth it. I've only completed 3 so far this year, so I'm definitely behind where I wanted to be because there are so many I want to do. The ones I started off with were the Shonda Rhimes and Aaron Sorkin ones, which are all about screenwriting, mostly because I just love their writing styles, and both of these classes did teach a lot about writing and storytelling overall, with just a little bit of emphasis on how the film or TV industry works, which was really cool as well, although not something I necessarily need to know right now. And then the other one I finished was the Malcolm Gladwell writing class, which was more of a non-fiction spin, which was also super interesting. There wasn't as much there that you could apply to novel writing, but he was a really cool guy to just sit down and listen to for a while. He's met some really interesting people and has so many great stories to share, and has a great spin on how he creates his stories and his books. I'm sure at some point I will do a more in-depth look at a lot of these classes, maybe on the Word Nerds channel, because the class I'm doing right now is all about writing for younger people or children, and that is the R.L. Stine one, and I am loving it. I was never a big R.L. Stine reader, but he has a lot of really cool things to say about writing for younger audiences, some great tips about outlining and writing horror. Highly, highly recommend it. So far, the only class I haven't been able to finish was the Gordon Ramsay masterclass, because it was all way over my head. I don't know anything about cooking. I thought it would be fun to have a few kind of go-to fancier meals, but no, that is just not going to happen for me. Recently, they announced that Margaret Atwood is going to be doing a masterclass, and I will be all over that one. I'll probably do a review on that as well, because she has some really great things to say about writing. She is absolutely someone I want to learn from. So this masterclass, and really all of them, are just such a unique way to get information from all of these superstars in their industry. There's a Christina Aguilera one on singing that I'll never do. There's a basketball one. I don't know who does that. There's directing, there's conservation, there's poker. Really anything that anyone could want to learn about, there is someone inspiring on this website, which is just fantastic. There are a few different things that aren't really my specific areas of interest that I'm definitely going to watch the master classes on, just because the people are so awesome. The Chris Hadfield one absolutely comes to mind. I love space. It is not an area that I know a ton about, but maybe this is a good way to learn more, and really Chris Hadfield can just talk at me about science for as long as he wants. There is also the first big one that came out, which is the James Patterson one, which I should do at some point since I have access to all of them, but if I run out of time, I'm not going to cry that much about it. I have heard good things. He's just not someone I super admire. But either way, there are so many people on this website that can teach you so many different things about storytelling and how to craft characters and how to outline, and really all of these awesome skills that can help make your own stories shine. So while I am a little iffy on spending $120 per course, if you have the opportunity at any point to do the full year and to just learn from all of these people, I absolutely give it 2 thumbs up. Highly recommended. I may even do a second year sometime down the line when more courses have come out, depending on how many I get through this year. I've really loved having access to all of these courses, and making this video has made me realize I need to get my ass in gear and get back to learning all of these things while I still have that available to me. So that's it for me today. If any of you have ever done any of the masterclasses or are tempted to, absolutely let me know in the comments down below, and I will put your recommendations to the top of my to be learned list. In the meantime, that's it for me today. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you all next time.